in my hometown. So good morning to everyone. Hope you guys have a good morning. Hope you guys had a good fall. And real good everyone now. Today I'm gonna be harvest my herbs today with you guys and talk at the same time. So here we go. This is thigh. Sorry, THYME herb. This is a herb. You can use it for soups, your chickens, fish, and all that when you cook it. What I did is I soak it in vinegar. After I harvest it, I soak it in vinegar for 10 minutes. Vinegar and water for 10 minutes. And I rinse it off with cold water real good. And after that, I let the air dry. That means I hang it. Up. Hold on. I hang it up in the air. So I want to see is it dry enough here. Oh yeah, that's dry enough. I'll put the sticks right here. The stems of it. Okay. Hold on. I'm harvesting my herbs here. So I can store it in a container for winter. So when I cook my soups and stuff, I let this all air dry. And I got a lot of this thigh herb. And I got rosemary. If you guys wonder what rosemary look like, rosemary look like a pine needles, but they're not pine needles, that's rosemary. This is thigh, that means THYME herb. That's a herb. Again, the stems out of it. You don't want to cook the stems. It's like woody or something like that. So that's why I'm going to start with the thigh first. Herb. This tastes so good in soups. Oh, hi everyone. And top to the morning to you. Today's the first day of fall here. But y'all going to ask me, do you think David did that to that person? David a celebrity? I don't know. Right now, he's not arrested or nothing. Everything does point out to him. I'm sorry saying it. I won't say nothing till what the police comes up with. And maybe later down the road I do the live stream about David's story or that poor girl's story in his trunk in his car. All I'm going to say is she did not ask for it. She didn't deserve to be put in a trunk like that. And what makes me mad where people contact her family members and bugging them for information. I was going to say, please leave that poor girl's family members alone. Now, I understand you're going to call her family members, tell them you guys sorry for her loss and everything. But don't call her and ask for information for that case. You know what I mean? It's not right. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat because I'm busy harvesting my herbs here. I got a lot. And a lot. Just bear with me, everyone. I'm not allowed to call I'm not allowed to say where what state I call home. I'm not allowed to do that. Protection, privacy thing for me. But I could tell you guys what happened to me last Friday after that live stream. Last Friday. I was doing no good. I was starting getting my migraines again. Okay. Migraines was not that bad or nothing like that. I was doing good till nighttime. I decided to go to bed early because of the migraines. Okay. And I was sleeping real good, and all of a sudden I woke up at 1 a.m. in the morning. That's on like Saturday morning, 1 a.m. I didn't have no headache or nothing. I just started having flashbacks. You know what I mean? Hot flashes and stuff. Well, my body was telling me to go back to bed. Okay? So I went back to bed at 1. And all of a sudden, I was starting to get this pain in my head. On one side of my head. It started from here over. Shoot. The pain shot back side of my head and back down my neck. And it woke me out of my sleep 3 a.m. in the morning. And I was screaming, holding my head like this way. I never had a headache that bad for years. For years. I never had a headache that bad for years. For years. It was awful. Now, during the day after my live stream, that was on September 5th, that live stream and all that, it was okay. I was okay and everything. Before it got too dark, then that's when my headache started. And I told myself, well, I'm just going back to bed because it's like a migraine and maybe I need some more rest. Maybe I was tired. That 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., my goodness, my head hurt till 7 a.m. Screaming pain. I wasn't sick in the stomach or nothing. I was in pain. That's why you want to know what I'm doing. I am harvesting my herbs so I can store it into a plastic container for all winter long so I can use it for my soups and all that for cooking. I love growing my own herbs, trust me. Instead of buying them in the store with preservatives and stuff. This don't have no preservatives. This is all natural. I don't use pesticides in my garden. I don't believe in pesticides. The only time I probably will use for the insects is from Japanese beetles or on my flowers. If we have a big infestation of Japanese beetles. I hate those things. I hate Japanese beetles. They just eat everything. And if you guys want to know, my rose bush is still blooming. Okay. Hold on. Let me do something here. I'll be right back. Now that string is for me to hang them up to air dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'll be right back. Promise you. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Some of the herbs are on the floor and carpet here. Oh well. I need to vacuum. Pick it up. Try my best to get most of the stems out, much I can. See, I hand like this way to air dry, about weeks or something like that. What I do is I harvest my herbs, I bring them inside, I soak them in cold water with vinegar for 10 minutes or something like that, like 10 seconds or 10 minutes, like that. Then I take them out, rinse them off real good, and put them on like a paper towel or a food strainer. After that, then I pat dry them real good, or I leave them sit out overnight in the strainer. I put a strainer inside a container like this, so all the excess water could drip off. Then after those couple days, then I tie them up in the screen, then I let it air dry. I do all that herbs. Now with this, like that. Yeah, you do not eat the stem off of this because it's like woody texture. It tastes woody a little bit. Wow, you can smell the herbs. I wish you guys was here. You can smell it. It is strong. I got a lot of Thy herbs. That is THYME herbs. I'm doing it right now. Then later I'm doing my rosemary here. Later, I'll show you what the rosemary will look like after I get done with all this here. And no, rosemary is not no pine tree needle stuff. No. I use rosemary in my soups. Rosemary is good for making your own tea treatment for your hair. Rosemary knows for glowing for hair stuff. And rosemary and herbs is good for a lot of stuff, for medicines and stuff. You can make your homemade medicine with herbs, and you can make it. There's a tincture out of it. That means you soak it in vinegar, the dry herbs, and you sit for months in vinegar. Then you strain it out of vinegar. Then you put the juices back in a jar. I did it before. I made a t-shirt before, and I tell you what, it was strong. Not with rosemary, with my other herbs I grew, like basil and stuff. This time I didn't harvest no more basil because it's out of season. And my basil plant died right away. But I did harvest the seeds from it. So, yeah. I'm trying to pay attention to chat and doing this at the same time here. Just bear with me, everyone. Because today's our first day of fall here in the United States. On the west side, I don't know. That's where the garbage man come past her again. He already picked up the garbage. Did you guys hear that truck went past? Yes, Japanese beetles, I hate them. They eat everything, Japanese beetles. They eat your leaves, they eat everything on your plants. Japanese beetles does. It just... Here, I'll show you guys what rosemary look like. Real close up, hope you guys can see it. It looks like pine needles. But they're not. Rosemary is not in the pine needle stuff. I got a lot of fine stuff in this plastic stuff here. And it's good when you have these too, because you could set them up and hang it and let airflow in it. And if they dry out, you could have it stored in the bottom. These are so perfect for it. Right now, I'm just getting these ones out of the way that had the string on it first. Because I got 3-4 more of this. Then I can store it in a container here. Now, with the one celebrity called D4vid that had that poor young girl in his trunk of the car was 15. That story gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Because one news article says one thing, and another news article said another thing. Now, I'm going to say here, I did a math. The last time on her missing person report, she weighed what, 120 pounds? And when they found her body, she weighed 71 pounds. When they found her body, I did a math. You take 120 pounds and minus 71. That's 49 pounds she lost. About a year. That's 49 pounds she lost. And that means 4 pounds per year, per month she lost. Because she went missing, what, last year in April? Like I said, she was underweight. And she lost, what, 22.2 kilograms or something like that. Some way how they do it. She lost weight awful fast when they found her body in that Tesla. And they say she was badly decomposed. Sounded to me she was in a stage 2 and stage 3 decay. That's where your body started to smell more and where your skin started to get loose. Because she already passed she was probably stage 3 or 4, somewhere in there. Sorry. Because she probably already passed the bloating stage. Because I done research on Google. There's 5 stages of death that your body goes through when it dies. First stage, you don't smell right away. Depends on where your climate regions are at. Second stage, that's when you start to bloat. The gases start building up. At a 3 and 4 stage of your body, that's where you start to smell. And you start to be close to skeleton mates almost. And that's when your fluids and all that start to leak out. And you start to turn colors and all that stuff. Your body. But it says on the news article she was badly decomposed. To me, that means she was dead longer than those few days. This is my opinion. She'd been dead longer than that. And on Wednesday, they searched his home with a warrant. But like I said, that poor girl did not deserve it. She did not ask for it. And what makes me mad when that one person got hold of them was the TMZ people. They call her parents and ask them, is this their daughter? With that same, was it SHH tattoo on her finger and stuff? And to me, that was not their job to do it. That's the police job to call. Or the coroner's job to call the victim's family after her identity had been leased out. Am I right or am I wrong? Jesus, garbage. That garbage man I could hear him across my neighborhood. He's noisy. Like I was going to say, if you guys pay attention to the news, you probably will know what's going on. She was only 15 years old, hanging out with a famous person who was in his 20s. What I found out, they started dating when she was 12 years old. But she was 15 when they found her body in the trunk of his Tesla. On September 8th, that's when they found her body in there at the towing yard. Well, I done research on the rules in a California towing thing for 2025. When only way the car will be towed unless it's on private property or was parked in a towing sign area. Say this car will be towed if you park there. Or it doesn't say about the car be abandoned to be towed. It's California state. Now, before the towing company will come and tow that vehicle, they supposed to call the law enforcement and they supposed to call the car owner in 60 minutes before they tow the vehicle. Now, Davis reported say that car was missing or stolen. Now, please look into it. There was no police file of him reporting that vehicle was stolen. Nothing like that. You know what I mean? So everything's pointing out towards David. And he was 20 years old. She was 15. And only thing her parents know that she had a boyfriend named David. And she went missing age 13 or 14. I'm not going to list her name or nothing because she's a minor. And I have respect for that. But right now, I'm not going to do no live stream on David yet till I get the full story. And all information. Because I'm not going to do no live stream about him and blaming saying he did it. Turn around, you don't know. Because his house was rented out towards David to his manager. Now, does that seem suspicious to his manager? The house was rented out. They were staying there by his manager, ran out the house to David, or what? And they say they found like a Tesla there before on that street. And they say that Tesla moving to one side of the street to another, Texas plates and a dent in it. What I think that David accidentally kill her by accident? Maybe he was not paying attention. Maybe he actually ran her over by accident. There's a lot of rumors going around about this. Some people say, oh, he killed her because she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant. I think maybe it was the accident and he got scared, didn't know what to do. Or it could be one of his people jumped into his car, took his phone, jumped into his car. Because see, before you start the Tesla or open the trunk or nothing like that, you got to have the car owner codes and stuff like that. And that Tesla does owned by him. He did not sold that car to no one. Because police look into it. There's no police report on it. So David lied on that. And a lot of other celebrities that corroborate songs of him. I can't pronounce that word right, sorry. That did music with him. They are removing his names off all those songs. Other celebrities had nothing to do with him. They cut ties with him. What I heard, his war tour is canceled. That's what I heard. To one of his new articles. And what the weirdest thing is, when they found her poor body in his trunk, he went on tour still, knowing that she was in there. Now, come on, David. This is what I feel like. Come on, David. You're not stupid. You may lie, but you're not stupid. No. Like my grandma always tell me, tell the truth will set you free. If you tell the truth, you won't be charged extra or nothing like that. If you don't tell the truth, it's going to make a lot more worse on you. And a lot of people said those two was boyfriend and girlfriend, so. But I didn't like it when people is contacting her family members and asking information about everything. I don't like that at all. So please, people, stop leaving her parents alone. I'm going to put this D4vid into this old salt shaker thing for now. Till I get to the store, get some more retainers. So I'm going to show you guys how much I made it out of this one. That's how much. I have all that. I did by hand. Oops. Putting light. That's how much. Yep. So I'm going to put the dry stems into this other big bowl. And I'm going to put in this retainer bear with me. And also just pray for her, that poor girl's family members. I really do feel sorry for their loss. Losing someone like that is not fun at all. I wish I had a paper here. Hold on. So I can make it into a funnel here. Hold on. I'm trying to make a little funnel here because it's hard to do. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to get another funnel. I'm going back to bed. It is only 5. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your vlog's been already came. Okay, I'm back. I brought me a funnel. I think this is work. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is almost filled to the top. Wow. I know, can I squeeze this little bit of it more in here? That I spilled out? I don't know. I try. And yep. This is filled. To the top. And what you do with this, you do not put it in a refrigerator. When you air dry that way, but when you hang it up and air dry that way, you do not put these in the refrigerator because it can draw moisture and mold. So you put it in your shelf somewhere. Now, oops. Now I'm going to use the rosemary. And I'll show you what the rosemary look like after I get done. And they do look like pine needles. And these taste real good because I ate one before in one of my soups and stuff. Now their stem is really, really woody. Like, you know, like wood sticks. That's what it feels like. Oop. And I'm almost done with all this here. Wow. Like I said, I didn't harvest too much rosemary. I might go back out there sometime today for the last frosts and I see I could harvest any more rosemary. Some of the herbs spilled on the ground here on my carpet, but I have to clean up after all this. So I'm going to show you what the rosemary herb leaf look like, if you guys could see it. That's what rosemary looks like. It reminds you of like a pine tree needle. Hold on. Focus. focus. Come on, focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. But yeah, that's what it looks like. They look like pine needles, see? Now with rosemary, when you cook it with your soups, your fish, turkey, chicken, people, what they do is they harvest rosemary, the stalk and the stem and all that together, and they mix them all feel good and all that, and they stuff it inside their turkeys and chicken for Thanksgiving, and they cook it in there like that. This is my first time ever growing rosemary, and I love it because it tastes so good. It's so sweet. Now you guys might ask me, Chrissy, what you put it in? I put in an old, my grandma salt shaker. I put it in it right now too. I get more herbs containers. So I'm going to put the rosemary in there because it's easy to take in and out. Now you can dry your herbs in a microwave. Just gotta keep it close, small temperatures. Oh, crap. Like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And keep close eye in a microwave because they could smoke and burnt. And you gotta put it on a safe plate when you dry your herbs in a microwave. Now, when you dry your herbs in a microwave, you could put them in storage in a refrigerator. Now, when you air dry like I did, you cannot put them in a refrigerator. No. You have to put them on a shelf. Yep. And that's how much I got out of all this. And like I said, this live stream's also going to say this live stream's going to be short this morning because I have things to do today. I'll just clean up everything. I'll wash my hands, hair. I brushed my teeth and all that I did. And also, guys, I'm apologize for my last stream. I did not mean to say those things, but it was the truth, what I said about the stray kids. Quit blaming them. But people are still blaming up. Let me put it this way. People are bringing up Ban Chan's sister now. Because she did Cradle with David, the singer. I know hundreds from Stray Kids did that, yes. What I heard, Hannah delete all her contacts with David. That's the last time I think she tweeted about that. And she removed it after that. But I don't blame her. I would too. If he did murder that girl, if he did. That's why I'm not going to point fingers at him saying he did or not. I want the whole story comes out. Then I will do the live stream about it. And print out everything. And talk about her and what happened to her. Right now, they don't know what caused her death. They don't know how long she'd been dead. That poor girl was in the trunk of a Tesla. Front trunk of a Tesla. I didn't know Teslas have two trunks. I did not know that. I know Teslas have security cameras all around it. That car does. I did not know that car had two trunks. The front or back. I did not know that. The only thing I knew about that poor girl was in his front trunk Tesla. She was dismembered. That means what I heard from one article, she was dismembered. I was linked out to that one article online. Someone linked it out saying she was dismembered and placed in a bag. Like she was trash or something, but she's not. She was only 15 years old, dating a 20 years old. But what I heard, she was dating him when she was 14 or 13. And like her parents said, she went away once before and never came back for a long time. I mean, right now the story's all weird. It's creepy. It's weird. It's what makes it more weird when David went on tour when that body was found. But now his tour is canceled, so. But they didn't arrest him yet. They did not arrest him. But right now, I'm not going to say, oh, he did it yet or not. We don't know. The coroner don't know what caused her death. The last time I read one of his articles, the coroner said, we're like a month-old case. But I heard she did contact, I know this is true or not, this is like one of the rumors, but I heard she did contact her family members last year in May of 2024. And they said family members told someone that's the last time they heard from her. I don't know, did she die from after May? In May? She been dead that long time? I don't know. Because they say she was fully bad decomposed. That means she been dead longer than a few days. Because it takes 7 to 14 days for the fully decomp. Or 7 to 12 days. Or 7 to 10 days. But 1 to 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, that's when the body start to turn bloated, gases, and all that. Well, I had that on paper. I got to plan it all out when I talk about that case. About this story case, whatever happened to her. But what's the weirdest thing is they found another car in California at the untowing lot. And there was a body in a trunk. And the trunk was... And there was a bodies in that trunk of a Honda. To me, I just like to know how they found out about the other body in that other car lot across California. I just like to know how someone knew that body was in there. I don't know. They said they don't think that's related to this one case or not of David. I don't know. Now they say that car, the Honda car, was registered to another missing person with a similar name as the other person. That poor girl. To me, something doesn't make right. Something does not seem right. And the other Honda was in the Undertone lot for a long time. And no one ever searched it all that time. And wonder why the trunk was burnt. Fire department, I know the fire department probably didn't do their job. But at least they should investigate seeing why the trunk was on fire, not half the honor car wasn't. To me, something doesn't seem right. I was going to say, please comment, subscribe to my channel, watch my other videos on my channel here. You can go back watch my other live streams on that channel. I post things on here on my YouTube community posts on my channel here, so stay in tune with those for updates and stuff, what's going on. Hope you guys love this live stream. I know I kind of short because I have plans to do this, something to do this morning. So comment, subscribe, rate, support me. My live streams gonna be on Fridays, maybe 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. somewhere around in there. Yeah, I gotta figure out what my other live stream's gonna be about. Right now, I'm just waiting on that case about D4vid, the singer. No, I was not a fan of his. I didn't know nothing about his music, but I'm also a fan of like Stray Kids, K-pop, all the kind. Well, let me put it this way: I listen to all the kind of music, but I never listened to none of D4vid's music. Now, when they said he wrote a song called "Women's Homicide," I didn't listen to it, but I read the lyrics on it. It was creepy. It made me sick to my stomach. It made me creepy. So comment. Let's see here. Yes, it depends on the heat in California and humidity. But if the neighborhood knows a foul smell, but they think it was a sewer or a rat in that neighborhood, that smell was. And then they see the police did come to that car when it was on parked there, and they smelled that too. But with them, they thought it was a dead animal or something like that. Or that person who had a Tesla hit an animal or something like that. Well, they noticed that's in that car. Why did they not search it? The police did at that time. Why? Now they said D4vid's car had a dent in it and it was abandoned for a long time. Had dust on it and all that. Well, California's dusty anyways, let's put it that way. Yeah, on Wednesday they did search his home with a warrant, and they took some stuff for evidence and all that. Something's not right. I don't know. Maybe D4vid been framed. I don't know. I might do a poll here before I'm gonna go off here. I want to. There we go. I did a poll. Hope you guys vote. I said, do you think D4vid did it? Yes or no? Oh, wait. There you go. I started now. There you go. I did a poll. You think D4vid did it? Yeah, before I go off here, I did a poll. So, like I said, it's been weird. I know I wrote some stuff down, so I remember. Yeah, she was last seen April the 5th, 2024. But she did weigh 120 pounds the last time everyone saw her alive. But I did look at her missing person paper thing. Something doesn't seem right because they said her body in a car was 5'2", but on her missing person paper shows her height was 5'3". Yeah, that's what seems really weird. And I'd like to know, did other people saw her with David alive before she ended up in the car? I just like to know. Want to know what I'm doing? Just picking up the excess stems off my herb plants here that I just got done harvesting. Yeah. I'm going to get off of here. So comment, rate, and subscribe. And thank you for coming on this morning. And hope you guys join my live stream. So bye. And love you guys. Bye.